Yo, let's take it back to the beginning. The evolution of trucking with Loshawnparks. All the way up to where I'm at right now. Hope that you guys enjoyed 2019. Throwing back Thursdays, showing you guys from the starting point to where I'm at right now. Hope y'all enjoy. Let's go.
The habits of my heart, I can't say no. It's ripping me apart.
What's up, guys? As you can see here, Ace 2 book for success leasing, man. You get this, basically it gives you a breakdown of how to run your business correctly. So I'm here today because we got a couple of people that have been interested in success leasing, and they've been asking a lot of questions. How are you successful? How do you become successful in success leasing or leasing your truck? So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown. I've been with Prime 3 years. Been doing success for 3 years. Never been company driver. So 3 years I've been successful. I just can give you guys a breakdown on what I do to be successful and how I make money. So today what I do is I'll let you know about how you should fuel your truck. I also will show you guys paycheck stubs, break it down for you. I got 2 different paycheck stubs here because one of them now I'm on my dedicated route with doing the Charlotte pipe to New York City. So it's a little bit difference in pay there opposed to traveling all 48 states. But for the most part, it's still the same concept. Something I really can't understand is how so many drivers, they get in a hole. To me, getting in a hole is something that can be avoided. To me, first thing about being ace leasing or even doing success leasing, in order to be successful, you have to run your truck as if it's your own business that you're running. You can't look at it as it's a paycheck that you're getting as a company, like how company drivers, or look at it, it's their paycheck that they're getting week to week. They live off of that, and that's how I go about living my life. I live paycheck to paycheck, week to week. In order for you to be successful with success leasing or leasing your vehicle, you have to run it as a business, as if it's your own. As soon as you start getting into the elements of not running it as if it's your own private business or your own company or entity, you're gonna fail miserably, because then you're gonna start spending money as if it's living paycheck to paycheck. You're not putting money back. You're not putting money into an escrow. You're not putting money into the Prime emergency fund, which I don't even actually use the Prime emergency fund. I control my own money as far as escrow goes. I stack back for myself, my family, so I don't use that. As long as you got some type of source where you're stacking back, you'll be successful. But if you are getting your paychecks every week and they're saying $2,500 or $1,500 or what have you, and you're blowing all of it and you're not saving any money, then when you want to go home for 4 or 5 days and then you put yourself in the hole for a week because you went home for a week, you put yourself in the hole $500 to $1,000 because your truck note is going to continue to run. That's not going to stop regardless of you going home or not. You have nothing to sit back on. So that's how you fail. You got to really run this business as if it's a business of your own, and not as if you're a 9-to-5 employee working for somebody. You really got to, control your business. That's what it's all about. That's step 1. Step 2 for me, you really gotta build a business partnership with your dispatcher. You can't be on his bad side. You can't be on his shit list, because if you are, he's gonna give you shit loads. He's gonna give the other guys that are cooperative with him better loads. So if you're starting to see where you're getting loads that are $1.06, you're getting the minimum per mileage, man, you might want to give your dispatcher a call and find out where you guys are having that lack of business connection with each other. I find out you talk bad about your dispatcher, man, he controls your paycheck. He controls your money. So you kind of want to be on the same, you guys want to be on the same level. Let them know, you run hard, you run the work, throw me the good loads. I'll make your paycheck look good, you make mine look good. When you start getting into bad mouthing them and not wanting to, do this and do that and the third, then you really are affecting your money. At the end of the day, he has 60 drivers on his board. He's going to make money. By you being that one driver who's failing, is taking money from him a little bit, but it's not going to hurt his paycheck. And he's going home to his family every night while you're on the road, bustling, tussling, trying to get out the hole. He's going home with a paycheck. So, you want to get on your dispatcher's good side, figure out where you guys are losing the connection at, or figure out where you guys can get the connection at to for y'all to be a good business partnership. It's very important, man, that you get in good with your dispatcher. I don't care what nobody else say, or people say F dispatchers and all that. Those that are saying F dispatchers is in the hole. They're not getting those. They're not making money. Those that are making money, them and their dispatcher have a business bond connection. Trust me when I tell you this. Those people are in good with their dispatchers. Those that are not making money, they are not in a good spot with their dispatcher or in a good relationship. You need to build that rapport with them up front. Real talk. Basically, let your dispatcher know your expectations, and he should let you know his expectations. If y'all let each other know each other's expectations, you guys are going to be successful as a team. Period. You let them know, I run hard, I work hard, I stay out 2 months. I go home for a week. You can trust me with these big loads. I get them there and get them there on time. That's the thing. Don't get them there late. Yeah, you gave them to you, but you got them there late, and you're like, well, this, that, and the third happened, traffic, weather, yada, yada, because the next time you're not going to get a good load. And he's going to go right back to saying, well, you see, I gave you a big load, you failed. I'm going back to giving you this $15, $20, and then you're right back in your situation again. So, when you have a time to shine, man, you got to shine. That's for sure. Another thing that's a good key point is fueling. As far as fueling goes, man, you got to watch your fuel. Basically, how I do it, man, I check states, and I keep in mind certain states that have low fuel. I definitely do not fuel in states that have high fuel, i.e. Pennsylvania, terrible. North Carolina, terrible. Places like New Jersey, great. Places like certain parts of New York is okay. You got Virginia, that's pretty good. So I normally get in those areas. I know when I used to travel all 48 states, it was certain states that you just knew was good and certain states that you just knew, you didn't want to fuel at. And likewise, you still want to follow that. If you know that you're going into an area that has high fuel pricing, you want to typically get your truck filled off at that low fueling point. At a place that has good fuel price, because you don't want to go into that state that has high fuel pricing and then you need to get fuel, and then now guess what, you have to pay for that high fuel. Even if you put 50 gallons, man, it's still, you could have saved some cents or some money down the line. So you definitely want to watch where you're fueling it and find and know the good places to fuel at, or the cheap states to fuel in. That's very important. Another thing that's very important is watching when you put fuel in your truck. Typically me, I watch my fuel come Monday night. If I know that I'm getting the load off on Tuesday, that's going into my paycheck. I make sure that I have enough fuel to get me to my location on Tuesday, and just a little bit enough to get me to the fuel station after I get that off. Because you don't want to just have enough to get you to your 90, and then you don't have enough to get you to the gas station, and then your ass runs out of gas. Now you're dealing with a service charge of them bringing fuel out to you for you to get there, and then that's just another charge that's going to be on your paycheck that you don't want. So typically, whenever I get my next load on Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, going into for the following week, I don't really watch my fuel in at that point. I really watch where I fuel at. So basically, Wednesday through Monday, or Wednesday through the weekend, actually, when I need fuel, I fill up. I don't calculate how many gallons I may need to get to this next place. I fill up. I just make sure that I watch where I'm putting fuel in, what states, and I don't worry about all that, man. I don't calculate gallons and all that. Like I said, I don't start calculating how much fuel I need until Monday, going into Tuesdays for payroll. And I start watching just to make sure I have enough to get to the 90 and a little bit extra so I can get to a fuel station. I used to do that. I used to write it all down, man. That shit just becomes too combobulated. You'll get confused, and it's just really a waste of time, man. Wednesday through the weekend, you need fuel up. Just watch where you're getting fuel from. Watch the fuel pricing. Simple as that. Easy as cake. That's what I do. Next part that people fail on is advances. my young days, when I first started it, I used to take a lot of advances, and you don't see a paycheck. You got to stay away from those advances. Only time taking an advance, man, is if you absolutely freaking need the advance. You don't have no money in your name. You need $50 to eat. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's the only time I've ever taken an advance, and I haven't taken an advance probably in like a year now, and I just don't touch it. Because when I first started, man, the advance was that you're spending your paycheck before you get a paycheck, and that's not good. So stay away from advances as much as possible, man. If you manage your money right, and like I said, you get in good with your dispatcher, you let them know your expectations, you'll have money. So yeah, those are just some things you got to do. You've got to do those things, man. You're gonna fail in leasing badly. So don't get on your bad side with your dispatcher, because like I said before, he controls your money. Don't let if somebody's controlling your money, man. You kind of want to be on their good side at all times. And as far as rejecting loads, man, I don't reject loads that much. Only time I reject load, if it does not make dollars, it does not make sense. I will not take the load. It has to make sense to me. It has to make mathematical sense to me, and it has to be profitable for my company. I don't look to see what's profitable for Prime. I look to see what's profitable for me, because I control my paycheck, and Prime just pretty much gives me the loads. I control it. And that's the freedom of being leasing, is that you have the option to say yes or no to the load. You're not a company driver, you're not forced freight. So you do not have to say, I am going to take it. And, if you say no, then no is no. Me typically, whenever I say no to freight, I call my dispatcher and I explain to him why I'm not taking it, why it doesn't make sense. I just don't say no and then they don't give no explanation. They typically don't like that. So if you're saying no, make sure that you have rhyme and reason for saying no. And that you explain that to your dispatcher, man. This doesn't make dollars, doesn't make sense, doesn't make me money. It doesn't make you money. So, let's throw that back in the pool and let somebody else get that. So as you guys now know, for those that don't know, I am on a Charlotte Pipe dedicated load out of Charlotte, North Carolina. All I do is run pretty much Charlotte, North Carolina to New York City and back. The great part about this dedicated route is that I live in Charlotte. I'm home every weekend. So I'm home with the family, something that the wife loves, something the kids like. So I'm home every weekend, and actually make more money. And I travel less mileage. Before, when I was like, I actually still am OTR, over the road, but when I was doing the 48 states, 4,800 miles, 5,000 miles, stuff like that. As you can see, this is my new statement right here for pretty much the dedicated route. I can do about 4 to 5 trips a week. It's me and another guy that's on my truck named Chris. He's my co-driver now. He lives in Charlotte as well, so it works really, really good. I'm also a PSD instructor and a TNT trainer, but I come to figure out with the TNT portion of this, you only keep the person for 6 to 8 weeks, and then it's time to go back to Springfield and get that. I just didn't have time for that. I needed somebody who lived locally with me. And, the talking mouthpiece of it is that, hey, you're home every weekend, and, I pay you certain amount of money per week, So he actually makes more than the company driver. He's home every weekend, and we only drive pretty much Monday through Friday. We leave out Sunday evening and return about Friday night. But back to this. As you can see the number right there, I only do about 2,700 miles. 2,700 miles. And as you can see the number right here, I revenue $6,200. Okay? So I do 2,700 miles and revenue $6,200. $6,200, man. So then I go over to the next sheet again, and I check, pretty much how I break this down, man, is pretty much whatever you revenue, easy way for me, whatever you revenue, you're pretty much, half of it is yours, half of it is your paycheck, half of it is going to expenses on the truck and fuel. So, I always that's the easiest way for me to break it down. I break it down like that all the time. It kind of pretty much puts me in the ballpark of what my paycheck is going to be. To me, with leasing, everything is about revenue. You want a revenue. All right. You can look at it in a mileage standpoint, because mileage is important too, but you want to make sure you revenue. So you want to set yourself a goal on how much you want to revenue per week, and get there. You know what I mean? So if you're as a solo driver, you say you want to revenue 5,000 miles because you want to take somewhere 2,500 home, and then you may have a couple other expenses that may come out of that 2,500. So you could be putting yourself in a rough ballpark between 1,800 and 2,200. That's going home with you. That's how I do it, man. So I look at revenue. You know what I mean? And that pretty much puts me in the ballpark of where my paycheck is going to be. Half of it, like I said, is going to go to the truck. I already know that. I already deduct that. Half of that is going to the truck. Other half is coming to me, and maybe take away a couple hundred here or there. So my total deductions on my truck, as you can see there, it's pretty high, man. It's $3,500, man. The reason why mine is so high though is because I have a brand new truck with the Peterbilt that I have, so I still have stuff that I'm paying for from the old truck, and I have new equipment that I actually, with this truck, I got some new flatbed equipment, and I got my custom tarps and stuff like that. So I got some little additive expenses from this new truck, but those aren't going to last long. Those are going to fall, so this number is going to drop here within the next few months. But yeah, man, everything on here is about fuel, man, and it's about no advances though. No advances. I don't take advances. No advances. So pretty much this is about fuel, tractor fuel, and pretty much your fixed cost expenses on your truck that you have to pay. That's how I put money in my pocket, man. And I make this amount every week, man. I'm gonna show you. I make this amount every week. I run 5 days a week, man. I make $2,500 a week, man, almost 5 days a week. And also up here, actually it says I made 28,000. The guarantee has been 19, so I'm 8,000 already over revenue, which is good, man. I'm on a dedicated route, man. I'm already damn 8,000 over what they expected the truck's revenue to be. So that's pretty good, man. Charlotte Pipe loads, man, typically pay anywhere between $250, man. You do about 600 miles, man. You get about 1,600. And I try to push out about 5 of those a week. If I can push 5, man, that's my golden week. You feel me? That's $8,000 in revenue, man. If I push out 4, then that's 62. That's typical what I do. Like as you see on my paperwork, I do 62. I push out about 4 of them. But yeah, man, that's how I'm successful, man. I watch my fuel, stay away from advances. I'm in good with my dispatcher. I'm actually in good with people up at the front office in my division. I speak with the head people, say hello with them, play basketball with them when I'm there in Springfield. You guys can catch me on the court. Anybody, I ain't like I used to be, you know what I'm saying? Getting older, but I still dunk on your ass. But anyway, man, this video is more of on a serious note, man, because I see so many people bashing Prime and talking about how leasing is this and leasing is that. Leasing ain't hard, man. Like I said, I've been doing this 3 years. I came straight into leasing. I didn't do no company driving for 6 months. Oh, let me find out the freight lanes and all this, that, and the third. I ain't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? I came straight into leasing, man, and this is how I've been successful, man. Only time I've been in the hole is when I went home for a week, couple of days, or something like that, man. And then when I am in the hole, I'm only in the hole like $300, $400, $500, $600. That's one load, man. One load, I'm out the hole. So I don't get myself too deep in the hole, man. I don't spend a lot. I spend time at home, man. You know what I mean? I do that home time. I believe in that. Do the home time with your family. But at the same time, man, you're running a business. And if you spend too much time at home, man, that business is going to affect your family because it's taking money out of your family. So, you got to make sure that you're getting back on that road 2, 3 days at a time. And if you're going to plan for a week vacation, man, make sure you have the money saved up from you being out on the road for a long time. Don't try to go home for a week or 2 weeks and you ain't stacked up nothing. You're living paycheck to paycheck. It's not going to work. You're going to be in the hole. Your family's not going to have no money. Wife's going to be mad. It's going to be hard to make ends meet. So pre-plan, man. My dad always taught me the 6 P's, man, which I'm going to give it to y'all. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Say it again. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. If you plan prior to everything that you do, man, you'll be successful, man. If you don't plan prior to everything you do, you will fail miserably. So plan, man, plan. This will probably be the only video that I put on the Prime past, present, future. Of course, if you guys know, I had a little, heated debate with a gentleman that had posted a picture of my truck at a Petro where my co-driver was just taking a 30-minute break, so we didn't want to stop there. And it just got a whole lot of flack, you know what I mean? Thing about me, I'm a positive person, man. I make money. I don't got time for negative stuff or stupidity stuff. So pretty much, I don't bother myself with that. I don't associate myself with that. I stick with my family. My family is the Prime Flatbedders Facebook page, which is Prime's Finest Flatbedders. If you're a flatbedder and you're not over there, you need to get over there. We're a family, we're a brotherhood over there, man. We don't do a whole bunch of that yakking, a whole bunch of that talking. We help each other out. We don't do a whole bunch of that downing each other or talking trash. We try to make everybody, get money. And that's what this is about, man. We're supposed to be one family, one unit, man. And I just don't deal with that. So this will probably be my last post video in Prime's past, present, and future. I am starting a YouTube channel. I'll let you guys know about that. For those that do want to know about the YouTube channel, man, just send me a friend request. Even if you from the Primes, present, past, future, send me a friend request, man. I accept it, and I'll put it on my Facebook page, man, and you can follow it from there, or get the knows about of it. But yeah, I just don't have time for negative, man. I'm a positive person, man. I make money. I've been with Prime for 3 years. I've made close to $400,000, man, in 3 years. So it's money to be made, man. Get money. Stop complaining. Stop saying what you can't and can't do, and start making it happen, man. That's what we do. We make it happen. But I'm about to go spend time with the family. As you can see, I'm at the house recording this for you guys. So I took a little bit of time out of my Saturday to record this for you guys, because I told you guys I was going to get it to y'all. So that's what I do, man. If you got any questions, leave comments. I'll respond back to it. And I'm out, man. Talk to y'all later. Be safe out there on the road. Flatbed. Prime. Flatbed. We the best side, man. Don't care what nobody say. Peace.